Bloody waters, drowning every day, every day. Okay, y'all, let's get to it. This is going to be a video about tips and tricks that you need to know when taking out faux locks, soft locks, distress locks, all the locks. As long as this method is used, I mean, most of the locks that get done are, basically installed kind of the same way. Your single braid is inside of the lock and you want to get it out so that you can start removing the extension. But yeah, so I'm gonna start off with that braid and twist removal. It's like a cream. I'll link it down below so you guys have it. And then I'm also gonna spray it with the Marie's braid remover. This is really good for when you have debris in your hair. Like you see at that root right there, there's debris all there. I'm basically going to spray at that root because that's where the most product buildup has accumulated from, the installation and just over time and sweating. So with the right hand, I'm twisting clockwise, and with the left hand, I'm twisting counterclockwise. Then I'm able to look in it and find that braid. Once I found the braid, the extension below in my left hand is going to get cut off, and then we're going to work with what we have at the top. So right there, I'm going to cut what's in my left hand. Boom. Then I'm going to start to unravel what is already in her hair. So see, I wrapped it clockwise. Now I'm going to unwrap it going counterclockwise, just going around and around and around, and it's able to come out. Also, if there's, still some extension, you can start unbraiding if it's getting a little bit too difficult. That will also help. But if you're getting to points where like you're stuck, you can try to pull up and pull down on the extension just to get it like loosened up. So right here we have her braid. We're going to have to get that debris out of her hair before she washes it. If you wash your hair with this in it, it can mat up and stay there. Like it's going to be tangled. So to remove locks properly, you really need to unbraid the hair entirely. Then you need to put some remover, some conditioner, some detangler, something on the debris so that it's undone before you try to just wash it out. Most of the time, when you're trying to wash out debris that's stuck in there like that, it's going to be very difficult. So you might have to wash your hair a few times, but if you want to, avoid all that, I would say just detangle the braid. And once you get to the debris, try to get it out of your hair as soon as possible before you start just trying to wash all that out. So once you've separated the debris as much as possible, you want to spray directly on that debris. That spray is going to loosen up all that gel and stuff that was in their hair. Anything that you use is going to soften it up so that you could just comb it out and you won't have a hard time. No, I am not hurting my client. I know it looks like I'm tugging. I asked her to make sure that, I wasn't being rough with her. She said that she was perfectly fine. I know it looks like I'm pulling on her, but I'm not. A reason why you guys are having a hard time taking these out is because you're not being patient. I mean, this took me 2 to 3 hours to do. It's going to take some time, especially if you have long hair, especially if you've been having them in a long time. She got these done, 3 months ago, and I did a touch up, so there's extra hair wrapped on top of this. So you guys have to make sure that you're being patient when you're doing this. It's not going to be just, one and done process. No, it's going to be a process to take them out. So if you're not interested in the removal process, then you might not want to get the style at all. A lot of my clients actually say that they take them out themselves. I tell them they can always come to me and get a takedown. I have no problem with squeezing them in anytime I can. I always try to squeeze in takedowns because it's not like a style. So if you ever get your hair done by me, I'll take it out. Especially if you text me, ask me, I'll take it out with no problem. It's fine. But if you just feel like you want to do it and you have the confidence in you, go ahead. I'm not going to tell you no, because that's on you. You don't have to, but you can. If you do go to a stylist that, does this style, I will make sure to ask them if they do takedowns. Make sure before you get the style, you ask if they do takedowns, because you don't want to be stuck with a style that you're not knowledgeable about and need a reference on how to remove them, which is why I'm making this video, because I know a lot of people, may have a hard time with taking them out. I will always suggest, having somebody else help you take it out too, especially if you can't see in the back. That's really important. So just make sure that you guys are being diligent about taking these out. Just be gentle. So right here, this is the buildup of one lock that is on her hair. You're going to have a lot of strands that are not going to be on your head anymore, just because if you're having a 3-month hairstyle, you're going to have some shedding, because your hair is supposed to shed every single day. So if it's not able to do that for 3 months, you're going to have some stuff on the comb for sure. Like, you're going to have shedding. Validate me. Fucking up a check, I don't want no receipt. Mind get possessed, let my space speak freely. So right here, this is a more difficult lock. You're gonna have some of these, and most of them are gonna be usually at the front, but sometimes you'll have a difficult time with taking these out. You can use your fingers, but if you're having a hard time, you can always take your end of your comb and just start, sliding down those pieces of extension little by little if it's not unraveling how it's supposed to. Make sure you pull up and down on the extension to loosen it up, like how I'm doing here. I'm pulling it up and I'm pulling it down. And then you can unravel it the opposite way of how it was installed. Calm down, she could be words, never say that. I don't want pipe down, rather get payback. Mama told me never say where you lay at. I don't want righteousness, I hurt too much, I lost too much, I lost too much, I hit my clutch and boom, third day pop up. So you can use the spray to take out the debris, but you can always use the cream as well. They both work the same. The cream is like more of like a conditioner consistency, and it works really well. You just have to massage it in real good. I'm using, double the amount just to get that debris really separated from her hair, and I'm just combing it out. And if you're going to be doing this, make sure you have a towel so you're not messing up your client's clothes or your own clothes. I always put a client on my towel. Y'all hear me? I always put a towel on my client anytime I'm doing this style, because I know it's just going to be a lot of debris all over them and on their shirt and on their clothes, and I want to protect them from that. So I just use a towel. I know with the sprays and stuff, if you can't find it or you're not trying to order it using my affiliate link, I know a lot of people sometimes use oil before they, wash their hair, or they use a co-wash. That works really, really well. Like, those co-washes really break up any gel or debris or products that you have in your hair. Like, the co-wash works really good. There's one by African Pride. It has like aloe vera gel in it that really like softens up any like gel or anything you have in your hair, and it really helps. So you can always use a co-wash or conditioner if you don't want to buy the braid spray or the braid remover cream. I might have a time machine. I'm still playing the victim and you still playing the pick me. It's so embarrassing. All of the things I need living inside me. I can't see it. It's so embarrassing. So right here, the extension piece was giving me a hard time. It wasn't coming out. It was stuck in that debris. So ultimately, I just had to start from the bottom. So I unbraided her hair entirely, and then once I got up to the top, I was able to remove that extension piece that wasn't budging at the time when her hair was completely braided. So you can always do that if you're not able to get the extension right away. You can always just start unbraiding, and then it'll loosen up any extension that was at the top. I
don't want righteousness. I hurt too much, I lost too much, I lost too much. I hit my clutch and boom, third day pop out the tomb.
This is the end of the video. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and share this with somebody who needs to take their locks out and they need to know how. I'll see y'all in the next one.
It's so embarrassing, all of the things I need. Niggas want me to attack it. Put the hood on all the time it passes. Watch it like Bob said. Greedy, I can't pass it. And everything nigga know fasting. I don't care how much you knew me in the past tense. I ain't no Julian style, this ain't the last dance. Way past it. Way. Fucking on my ex cause he validate me. Fucking up a check, I don't want no receipt. Mind get possessed, let my spirit speak freely. Hey, my bed can't escape me. My pussy precedes me. My have a time change. I'm still playing the victim and you still playing the pick me. It's so embarrassing. All of the things I need living inside of me. I can't see it.